Oh, Robert. Wow. I really like him. I found out a few things on our date yesterday. Well, it wasn't really a date, but I saw him after he said he was busy all day. Fate. He lives with his mom. In her shed, though, so technically he lives alone. He doesn't have a job, but that's because he doesn't believe working for other people, so I respect that. And his last three girlfriends all got restraining orders against him. But he told me what happened, and they're all pretty crazy, so I mean, he's pretty legit. And all mine once he stops playing and gives me the time of day.
Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Sunkissed, and I am back with an all new video. So grab your popcorn, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and put on your notifications, and let's get it started. So you guys, today we're finally getting into our first and ever girl talk segment. Woo, 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 woo. So I've actually been wanting to speak on this subject for some time now. Actually, I started when I saw this tweet forever ago, so I actually will not be able to pull it up to show you, but I can kind of give you a gist of what the tweet said. Basically, the tweet was like, a man will cheat on a girl like 4 times and she'll still stay. But a girl will simply wink at a guy and her man just leaves her for good, you know? And like when I saw the tweet, I thought it was funny, you know, like a lot of girls were like, oh, that's so true, ha ha ha. While we was all ha 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 and kikiing about being able to take emotional abuse. I actually started to think deeper into it. I was just like, but why? Why is that? I don't know. It seems like men don't play that, so women shouldn't play that either. Like, and who is really weak in the situation? The man who refuses to take crap or the woman who does? I mean, it's just straight facts. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. It's just something that I realize that women, we do, and I just want us to stop because it is not taking us anywhere. If anything, it's just driving us crazy and just kind of turning us into emotional monsters that we just don't need to be. And it's sad to say, but it just kind of seems like men just have a little bit more self-respect than women. I don't know. Maybe men are just aware that there are more fish in the freaking sea. Now, I know it's a lot easier said than done. Obviously, I'm not telling you to up and just leave your man if he's trash. It's really not easy to just up and leave somebody. So I'm not really necessarily calling women weak for not leaving their man. But if they can find a way out, they should definitely do that. If you're actively in a situation, it's definitely hard. But one thing I can say was that in the beginning, there were red flags, okay? People always show little bits and pieces of their true colors in the very beginning. And us humans, especially women, were real quick to brush it off, as you saw in the beginning with the little skit that I did, which may have been a little over-exaggerated. However, it's straight facts. You know what I mean? Like, it's little things that we do. We see certain things that raise a question to us, and we wonder, like, dang, that's not okay. Oh, but it's okay. We'll just work on it. Or that ain't ever gonna happen again. Or, oh, that's not who he is. And we just make all these excuses for somebody that we don't even know. And then months or years down the line, we're in a really effed up situation that we can't leave because we're emotionally attached. You know, we don't want to fall in love with somebody else and go through the whole process of meeting and falling and blah, 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 blah. But it's just like the most important part is the very beginning. Because let's face it, ladies, I know when we meet a guy, we want him to be the one, but let's keep it a buck. If there is the one, then 99.9% of the guys that you meet are not going to be the one. I promise you, he is just not, okay? And if he is, he needs to show you that he's the one. I know that it's 2020 and that men don't court women the way that they used to, but I promise you, there are guys out there, like, when they want you, they go after you in a very respectful way. Another thing is, when you also see the red flags, it is important. It is so important to put your foot down right then and there. And I know that in the beginning, women, we don't like to seem like we're just being too hard-headed or just too much to deal with, or too this or too that. We just want to seem like cool and laid back. But who is that really benefiting? It's not benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? If anything, yeah, you're showing the guy that you're real cool, and you're also showing him that he can always have one up on you. Like, he can always do things to upset you, but you're just gonna forgive him because you always forgive him. You know, a real man is actually gonna respect you when he sees that you're really respecting yourself and that you're not letting anything fly. You know what I mean? That's when you're really gonna get the one who really goes hard for you, because he sees that you're going hard for yourself. I realize that all that really starts from within. It starts with you. However you see yourself is how other people are going to see you, even if you don't even say it out loud. You may think that you're unattractive, and no, you're not walking around with "I'm unattractive" on my forehead, but the way that you're presenting yourself, you may look beautiful, but you still have a "I'm ugly" energy, because that's really how you feel about yourself. So obviously the way that you are can attract really trash people if you are really trash to yourself, right? Because how are you gonna get, and that's not even just with finding a man, but that's just with finding anybody who's going to be in your life, period. I also realized that men always make decisions based on themselves, based on their future, everything just based on themselves. If they happen to be in a relationship, then it's like, I'm not saying all men, but a majority of men, like, the decisions that they're not making it for them and their significant other. I mean, unless that they're married, then I'm hoping that that's what they do. But if they're just simply like just in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, if they're just in a relationship, they're just kind of making moves in their life based on how they feel. They're not asking you like, oh, how do you feel if I moved here? It's just kind of like, if you come, you come. If you don't, okay. Like, they don't really care about what the woman chooses to do with their life. And that's not always the case, because you really do have a few men out there that really want their woman by their side, you know? And I love that. But I really do, I feel like more often it's more men that really are just kind of just moving to the beat of their own drum. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be so annoying from a woman's perspective when everything that we do is really based off of what our men will think, if they're gonna come with us, if we're gonna do this with us, are we gonna do this together, is our life gonna go like this together. It's just more like together instead of me. And because that's just how women are, you know what I mean? And I feel like, yes, we should keep that. We should continue to be like that, because that's what makes us so special and, you know, unique as women. But I feel like to an extent, we gotta be smart about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all the time where, yeah, you don't want to leave the person that you love hanging, but it's your life, not y'all's life. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're married, because a lot of us are not married, and we make a lot of decisions like we are married, and that's where we really mess up. This is not the case all the time. But if I'm wrong, I would love to know that I'm wrong, and I really would like y'all to tell me that I'm wrong. Women love calling men trash because they're selfish, which they are. Everything that they do for their own pleasure. They do for their own future. They don't really think about the person that they're with, or the person that they could potentially be with, you know? But I also feel like women can learn from it. Us ladies, we are such dreamers, and we are such fixer-uppers. Like, it really does sound amazing to meet a guy who has nothing, and then for you to get together, and then suddenly he has everything because he was with you, and you can say like, yeah, I made that man into the perfect man that he is, and now we have this amazing house with these amazing children and an amazing life. But let's keep it real, that's just never, it can happen, but let's not act like everything that happened in the between time before they had the amazing life was so great, because it wasn't. You know what I mean? And most of the time, there's a woman that's there for a man while he's on the come up, and as soon as he makes it, he goes and he gets with somebody else. So it's just like, we just love to be that one for the guy, but we need to be that one for ourselves. you know? And I keep saying the guy, I'm just speaking from, I guess, my standpoint because I am straight, so that's what I'm saying, the guy. But you can literally use this for your own perspective. And guys too, like if you're a man and you feel like all the women that you've been with have just been so selfish and just left you for nothing while you've been so great, then yes, you should also look at the red flags as well. You should have seen from the beginning that she was trash. This is just with everything. I just don't want us to resent and regret. I feel like we should just all be very conscious, and I guess this kind of goes back to my friend's video, be conscious of who you allow in your life. Same thing. When it comes to these things, be conscious of who, especially if when it comes to getting a relationship, because you're really trying to give them the most vulnerable parts of you. So that is very serious. You really got to make sure that you're seeing all the red flags. Even if you wanted him to be the one, but it's just too many red flags, it's okay. It's okay. I promise you, because what you're going to deal with this guy later on down the line, it's okay when he seems perfect, but he's not. It's disappointing, but you're just one step closer to finding someone who's actually worth it. So, ladies, let's stop dealing with trash men and making excuses for dealing with trash men. I'm over it. If I feel like, yes, it is a little important to deal with people who aren't worthy of you, because it teaches you how to value the people in your life that are worthy of being around you. It also teaches you how to value your life in general. I have been in a situation where I did see a red flag, and like a month later I was like, yeah, you gotta go, because I realized the person was really freaking cuckoo, you know? And there's other girls who have dealt with his cuckoo-ness, and they're still dealing with his cuckoo-ness. I've heard about him. It's crazy, you know? And I could have been a victim, but I wasn't, because I guess I had way more self-love than he thought I did. And I realized that I was a target. A lot of men that are out here targeting you and trying to freaking ruin your life. And I especially feel like us women, especially black women, we are so quick to, even if we know the dude is trash, if he just does a little nice things here or there, we're just like, well, I guess, why not? Can we cut that out? Let's normalize having high standards, black women, because we are often told that we need to lower our standards because we ain't gonna get that. We ain't gonna get that man. No, we ask for too much. Oh no, girl, you better be happy if he wants you. No, that's wrong. Like, just be happy if he wants you. And I feel like a lot of black women, we really have that mentality. I know I definitely did. And, you know, obviously as I got older, things just got better. Like, I was just like, no, like, you can't just accept any guy that just likes you because he likes you. It's something called standards. It's something called wanting a good future for yourself, you know? It's something called, like, I don't know, like, would you marry a person that has nothing but diabetes and cancer and all this extra health issues in their family? No. I mean, some would, but that's not very smart, because now your kids may not even live to be 20. Like, I don't know. Just make these decisions for yourself ahead of time. And it's 100% okay with having standards, and it's also 100% okay if you do notice a red flag, but you feel like, okay, like, I can deal with it too. Like, everybody is different. I think it's important that you write a list of things that you will not deal with, and make sure that he doesn't hit any of those things on the list. And if he does, then that's not someone that needs to be in your life, because you have these standards for yourself. Don't settle. Do not settle, especially as a black woman. Don't settle just because someone finally wants you, because you are way better off just being alone than being with somebody that makes you freaking miserable. Because you could really make yourself happy. You can go on amazing solo trips to freaking Greece and stuff and meet you a nice Greek man, I don't know, and then go to Spain and meet a Spanish man. Like, it doesn't matter, just live your life. Like, live your life. Don't let anybody make your life miserable, because you only got one life to live. It's important to have people around you, but if everybody around you sucks, then it's best to just have nobody around you, you know? Especially when it comes to giving your heart to somebody, because there's no reason why one should give their heart to someone who repeatedly makes them cry, puts their hands on them, puts their words on them. That's verbal abuse, you know? I just want better for women. I just want better for us, you know? And I definitely think that something changed along the way. Because I know that there was a point in time when women, we were really running things, and then something happened. Look, we were really running things, and men were like obsessed with us, you know. And then something happened, and then women became obsessed with men, and then things just kind of went downhill from there. And I am here to say that I need us to rise up and get that power back, because we are powerful. We are powerful. I need you to say it with me. Women are powerful. I am powerful. Please say that you are powerful. Say that to yourself every day, and I promise you, you are not going to accept anything mediocre in life. A mediocre job? Never. Mediocre people? Never. Mediocre music? Never. The radio? What's that? Never. Everything in your life is just going to be better when you accept the love that you deserve. Because while we're out here trying to keep a man should actually be trying to keep us. Okay? Men, obviously, they're running the world right now, so they change the narrative. But it doesn't have to be the way that it is. And I think another important thing is that we need to work on ourselves first. But there's so much more about yourself that you don't know. And if you don't take the time to get to know who you are, then no one else will. If we want love, we need to love on ourselves. Love on your sister. Love on your best friend. But it's not by fire. It's not by force. You don't have to be with somebody who treats you like crap. You don't even, and if you are currently in a relationship with someone who treats you like crap, then I'm sorry. But for the people who are not in anything serious right now, if you're currently in something that could potentially be serious, and you see that this person could potentially be really dangerous for you, for your growth, for your, you know, then it's not worth it. Because then you're going to be 50 years old, you're going to be looking back to when you were in your 20s, and just like being in your 20s, you look back to your childhood and you realize that you are the way that you are based on your childhood, and then you blame your parents. In your 40s, you're also going to be who you are based on how you treated yourself in your 20s, in your 30s, right? So you can't, at that point, you can't blame your parents anymore. You're just going to really be blaming yourself. So let's just put in the work now so we don't have to blame yourself later on, like, right? Anyway, that's all for today. It's your Sunkissed Sis. I hope you enjoyed today's topic. Please let me know your thoughts below. Please comment. You know, I always and forever want to have a conversation. You know, maybe change my perspective. Like, I don't necessarily think that men have more self-respect than women, but in that specific area of life, it just so happens that men are kind of killing it. If they don't like something, they're going to go and they're going to go find the next one. They are very aware that there's more fish in the sea, and women are too, but we just want that one fish. When that fish is spoiled fish, dead spoiled fish, just floating on its back in the water, but you want it. But you need to go find you a Nemo, find you one that's swimming, find you a Dory, just keep swimming. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below, because Sunkissed Sis is signing off.